So I'm going to share with you what the angels were talking to me about this morning. At like 1:30 in the morning is when I started this PowerPoint. I worked mostly throughout the night with it. And it just says, with regular practice, contacting divine source, entering the sacred with sacred intent of grateful sincerity and willingness, the heart's gate opens wider and wider, increasing love's light, flowing wider and wider, surging forth high vibrational waves of peace and uplifting consciousness that can be used for and as our will directs. So we could use it for ourselves, we could use it for others. It's as our will directs, determines what it's used for. It can be used for healing and restoration, illumination and wisdom, freedom and creativity, and more. So that meditation that we just did, it's a deeper meditation for sure, but that is what you're doing, is you're opening, you're making contact with Source, and with your intent, your gate opens wider for your heart to receive. The regular love and light exposure increases the more you do this, and you receive gifts of increased sensitivity to inner guidance, increased feeling of peace, protection, and nourishment, decreased worry and stress, and we become more aware of the patterns which no longer serve. We also become more compassionate towards all. Criticism, judgment, doubt lessens as trust grows. And we experience more joy and the higher vibrations of abundance and prosperity. So many of us have concerns around our finances. In order to reach the level of being able to generate abundance and prosperity, not all of us, but many of us, if we're still having a lot of judgment, doubt, criticism in our meditations, we can feel the abundance frequency, we can feel prosperous in it, and then we come out of it, and then we start generating worry, and then we wonder why it's not happening for us, where others enter the vibration and they carry that with them with the belief that it will unfold for them. And of course, what we walk away with and dwell upon is what we're holding space for to come into our lives. The positive effects of uniting in love light flow powerfully clears, creates movement through the chakras. Light frequencies activate higher vibrations, and those light frequencies begin to alter our experiences and our perceptions of them. And many people are aware of this now. This isn't new information, but the angels were telling me to reiterate this again, because sometimes we forget knowledge that we've learned in the past. It improves our chi circulation in the body. When our chakras are open and flowing, the chi can now move in the same way that our circulation flows through our heart and out through our body to nourish our body with nutrients and oxygen. Chi circulation is an energy flow that supports our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. The act of entering love's spiritual union, light pours in to the crown chakra through an open mind and heart, where our intent directs the light to areas we ask, while the intelligence of the light finds underlying issues and the causes of them. so that you can release and enhance manifestation work. Every interaction with light creates change on some level. If we avoid our needs in any way, including spiritual connection, light quality and flow lessens, affecting vitality. Without the self-sustaining life energy of source love, we become more focused on lack and become more vulnerable to stress and negativity. But we can do meditation washing dishes. We can do meditations on a walk. We can just connect to our heart. We can be in amongst the trees, as in this image, and just breathe the connection in. It can be simple. And the simpler it is, the more truthful it is, because it's only the ego mind that makes things complex. And I'm introducing, for some, these are what you've already learned in the I Am Presence class, but it fits well with the Christiel work. These are the I Am concepts that carry light. And I'm going to introduce just a few seeds for new perceptions and new beginnings. I'm going to ask you to have a look at and consider this invocation and what you consider that it is doing vibrationally, energetically, emotionally, and maybe even physically as you take in these words, breathe them in, dwell on them, and just see what occurs inside yourself. Thou infinite mighty presence, thou all-pervading principle of life, we give praise and thanks for thy wondrous activity through all outer presence. So all outer presence is the life around us, including others, but it is also the ego, our own egoic thoughts. So when we're giving praise and thanks for the wondrous activity through all outer presence, we're honoring all aspects of ourselves, non-judgment. At the same time, we're focusing on that infinite mighty presence, recognizing that it is what creates life. It is the base element, if you will, ingredient of life. And without this mighty presence dwelling within us and around us, we cannot sustain life. Out of thy mighty essence comes all that is, and oh, that humanity might understand. Out of thy mighty essence comes all that is, and oh, that humanity might understand. Thou art ever and forever self-sustained. Thou mighty active principle of life, surge forth into the outer activity of mankind and manifest thy supreme justice now in all places. As you dwell on that, imagining, intending that this forever and ever self-sustained energy, principle of life, surges forth through you into the outer activity, including the ego, including all those that you love and care for, and all those that you interact with personally and impersonally. and manifest thy supreme justice now in all places. Supreme justice means adjusting to love, the frequency of love, the truth of love. The highest form of justice is love. Manifesting thy supreme justice now in all places. Did anyone notice that there got more stimulation at the top of their head? For this intention opens the crown, activating light flow into the crown and also into the pineal gland. And I wonder where else you might have perceived it. And the light is responding to the sincerity, will, and intention. As it enters, it starts to correct incorrect, non-just thinking. So from the crown into the pineal, it flows through the neurotransmitters, the neurohormones, the neuroreceptors of the brain, the nervous system, and it begins to correct non-just thinking because of the intent of the words and your sincerity and will when you are doing the sacred intention. Next, notice how the following sentences affect you as you dwell on them. Let the feeling dwell and deepen in your heart as your awareness of their effect grows. Life in all its activities everywhere manifest. You can use God or you can use love or whatever word you would like to use in place of those. In action. Life in all its activities everywhere manifest is love in action. And it is only through lack of understanding of applied thought and feeling that mankind is constantly interrupting the pure flow of that perfect essence of life, which would, without interference, naturally express its perfection everywhere. As you consider those words, what comes into my mind is watching water movement down a waterfall. In the lush greenness that's surrounding the waterfall, in the peace of the spray, the tiny particles of water that move through the air with cleaning the air and giving the beautiful healing that we have when we breathe in purified air. The stillness that we feel inside of ourselves as we sit by a waterfall, hearing the sounds of the water, the bird life that's around us, the nature around us. Everything is in perfect flow. The perfect essence of life is moving through this picture, and it's moving through you. Life in all its activities everywhere manifest as love in action, and you're experiencing its perfection as you sit in this beautiful space in your imagination of the waterfall. And this waterfall is not only outside of us, it is inside of us. We have a waterfall of life, pure essence pouring into us, supporting our life always. It supports our chakras. It gives us the energy to think. It even gives us the power to think, the power to have an idea, the power to do, to complete an idea. Everything is given to us. And when we are in harmony with this waterfall, our expression of our ideas and thoughts and actions are in alignment with love. And we feel really good, we feel strong, we feel vital. Until we have an ego thought, whatever it is that the ego uses to take us out of the space of peace and perfection. So if we don't allow our focus to move from our perfection of flow, perfect flow, to something that the ego is trying to hook us with, then we can remain in that flow. The natural tendency of life is love, peace, beauty, harmony, and opulence. And life cares not who uses it, but it is constantly surging to pour forth more of its perfection into manifestation, always with that lifting process which is ever inherent within itself.